Dalin Tzu Chi Hospital provides vegetarian lunchboxes to staff at a vaccination station. The first Filipino long-term care graduates from TCUST shared their experiences at Jing Si Abode. Welcome to Diet Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In Jiayi, at a vaccination station at Shiko Elementary School, medical workers and staff on police station, Department of Health and Bureau of Social Affairs have been serving the vaccination recipients. Dalin Tzu Chi Hospital has prepared vegetarian lunchboxes, which are delivered to the vaccination station by Deputy Superintendent Li Mingnan. He also seized the opportunity to promote vegetarianism. The medical staff at vaccination station at Shiko Elementary School has been busy all day as many seniors have come to get vaccinated. Staff from Dalin Tzu Chi Hospital is providing the vaccination shots. Also working at the senior staff members from local police station, Department of Health and Social Affairs Bureau. The police officers have guided the residents while other people push the wheelchairs. During lunchtime, Dalin Tzu Chi Hospital Deputy Superintendent Li Mingnan has brought lunches. He has delivered 56 lunch boxes into the hands of everyone.
The
staff members are amazed by the vegetarian lunch boxes. The fresh vegetables are very attractive.
Usually I like to eat vegetables, so eating vegetarian food is not a problem for me. It is less of a burden on our bodies.
Vegetarian food brings many benefits to people's health. Deputy Superintendent Li Mingnan has brought vegetarian cards and encouraged people to eat healthily.
There are many antioxidants in vegetarian food, and it is better for your immunity. So I hope that during daily living, or to prevent infections, or after getting vaccinations, people can eat vegetarian food.
During pandemic period, it is important to eat a balanced diet, and adopting a vegetarian diet has many health benefits. To battle against the pandemic, frontline medical teams need good medical equipment. In Taiwan, Hualien Construction Corporation and Haiba Group have donated high-flow nasal cannula to Hualien City Medical Center. In addition, the president of INSHERB company, who once worked as a nurse, has also donated hand sanitizers to the medical team. Hoping to support the frontline medical workers, INSHERB Group has donated hand sanitizers to the medical team at Hualien City Medical Center.
The hand sanitizers can allow our medical staff to protect themselves when needed. We do what we can and hope that as our medical staff works hard, they can also receive better protection.
Hualien Construction Corporation and Haiba Group have donated high-flow nasal cannula to raise patients' blood oxygen concentration. When their blood oxygen concentration is less than 94%, they'll be treated with traditional oxygen treatment. If they still cannot raise the blood oxygen concentration, they'll use HFNC.
We mainly have breathing therapists set up the machine for a patient. Especially for COVID-19 patients, it will temporarily provide them with high-speed airflow and high concentration of oxygen. This way, the patients can avoid intubation.
With the traditional oxygen treatment, the patient receives 15 liters of oxygen a minute. Meanwhile, HFNC provides 40 to 60 liters of oxygen a minute. With the cooperation of the medical staff, they can help sustain the patients till after they receive the medications.
During the pandemic period, in order to safeguard the health of patients and their lives, we really need many good medical equipment. We appreciate our country and the business sector for supporting us.
The businesses have worked together to support the frontline medical workers, hoping that the pandemic may end soon. After vaccinations began in Taiwan, Jing Si halls function as vaccination stations, and every day is a busy day. Actually, in order to provide vaccinations, plenty of people are required to help out. Let us take a look at two team of volunteers. Team owner Xu Xuehua broke her leg in an accident last year. After hearing that vaccination stations are set up at Jing Si halls, she immediately volunteered to help out in order to fulfill her wish years ago. TMA Dr. Xie Jinglong saw the volunteers' hardworking nature as he's very worried about them. During his stay at the Jing Si Hall, he hopes to protect volunteers from the virus.
After surgery, team nurse Xu Xuehua still has some troubles walking. At Tzu Chi Hospital grounds, people often see her busy working.
At that time, I had to receive vaccinations. I slept until midnight and woke up to drink water. 3 weeks ago, I have to get vaccinated in order to come serve here.
With patients, Xu Xuehua is not afraid of troubles. Last year, because of a simple cleaning session at home, team nurse Xu Xuehua unfortunately harmed her legs as she had to get a surgery to heal her leg.
那我就是在打扫的时候，地上有一滩水，我没看到。
During cleaning, there was water on the ground, so I slipped on it, and after slipping, my leg broke.
Though she broke her leg, Xu Xuehua still insists on working at the front line, because during SARS, she missed her chance at being a volunteer. Therefore, this time, she grabbed onto the chance to help others.
SARS 的时候，我是91年退休。
During SARS, since I retired around 2002, at the time I wasn't able to contribute to the efforts. Because of the chance this time at Tzu Chi Hospital grounds, I decided to help people in need.
The act of teaching seniors started from 7 a.m. till afternoon 4 p.m. Not only does she work with her leg injury, she even paid $1,070 for a specially customized shoe in order to stand for the entire day. She describes herself as a hard worker as she never takes breaks.
你看看那个日本那个辐射的那个。
When the radiation leaked in Fukushima, the emergency caused many to run away, but Tzu Chi volunteers move forward. It's not about being afraid to die, it's because we have our own protective measures, so we must be at the front line to carry out the responsibilities.
19 years ago, Xu Xuehua retired from her nursing job, yet she never stopped volunteering. She participates in local and international free clinics. At the age of 69, she jokes that retirement doesn't stop her from moving on with life.
TIMA was established in 1996. After establishment, we did free clinics within the country and internationally. I participated too and thought the time wasn't enough.
Treating others like a family member, Dr. Xie Jinglong is also part of TIMA. At Sanchong Jing Si Hall, Dr. Xie Jinglong not only teaches citizens health education, he also expresses worries for volunteers as they might not be experts on health management. Therefore, he often patrols to protect volunteers. On the messenger group, I saw the worries from Tzu Chi volunteers, since they do not know how to protect themselves. After wearing the mask, they will touch their face. This isn't right. Controlling the infections is an important task, as this is often said by Xie Jinglong. He believes that the vaccine is a cure to the pandemic, and if everyone is willing to work together, the once normal life may return. During New York's toughest times, when they didn't even have an N95 mask, they also made it through because what they can do is wear masks properly and wear face shields properly. The infection control must be done properly. At the vaccination station, team of doctors act as COVID prevention forces, hoping to protect and bring warmth to people.
In Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital, the dedicated wards at 12A used to treat elderly patients. The hospital changed the wards into dedicated wards for COVID-19 patients. Nurses from different departments have worked with one heart and mind to serve patients of all ages.
To treat COVID-19 patients, the hospital has changed wards for seniors into dedicated wards. The nurses who serve here are from different departments. When the small patient needs to receive injections, the nurses are used to treat adult-faced challenges.
Because we're used to treating seniors, usually we can touch the seniors and know where their veins are. We do not know what to do with children.
During such occasions, Nurse Jiayi from Pediatrics Department can help out.
In pediatrics wards, we have what we call snake lights. We turn on the lights and light up on their veins. Their veins are thinner and not obvious.
In addition, when the patient's lungs are inflamed and needs intubation, the nurse from anesthesia department, Jing Si, has made the progress more smoothly.
As an anesthesia department nurse, we have more experience in management of the patient's breathing problems or observation of their vital signs. We can predict his conditions.
The first time we tried to do this, it took us almost 20 minutes to conduct intubation. Later, they came and taught us to improve the process, that we can complete the process in 5 to 10 minutes.
Nurses from different departments work as a team to help COVID-19 patients in dedicated wards, making the treatment more professional and efficient.
In TCUST, the first Philippines long-term care graduates are from Ormoc, Bohol Island, and Manila. After graduation, they will enter long-term care services. Before leaving Hualien, they went to Jing Si Abode to share what they have learned.
I, him, you. I can't understand.
Using a note, this Filipino student from TCUST, besides learning Mandarin, she also learned Taiwanese in order to talk to seniors.
今天的天气怎么样？
For 20 months, this is their daily life. This time, the students have to use Mandarin to share their experiences of working with Jing Si Abode Dharma masters. I learned patience and sincerity from picking roses. If you use too much pressure, the flower petals will break. So you must be patient and sincere when looking after seniors. Master Zhen Yan praised the students' handwriting skills, but she also emphasizes the importance of looking after seniors. Most importantly, students must communicate clearly in order for the seniors to understand. Through the process of sharing, Master Zhen Yan and teachers brought them helpful lessons.
It's great to study in Taiwan since it'll grant me a better future for me and my family. A better future, yes.
好的未来，好的未来。
长照的意思是很长久，永远呢要有这份爱心，去感恩老人家、长辈们。一个好的社会，就是长辈们，他们年轻的时候，他们付出的。
Master Zhen Yan hopes the students may improve their overall Mandarin listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills, keeping a clean appearance while being sincere. This is the purpose of Tzu Chi's education.
June is Parents' Day in Singapore and Malaysia. The Singapore Tzu Chi Preschool Education Center, parent-child class, after-school class, and TCUST class jointly held online filial activities. Besides the heartwarming parent-child interaction sessions, children also learn to thank their parents by serving them tea and bathing their feet.
爸爸妈妈在我的医院的旁边那边睡觉，就是给我一种念回家。
Recalling the things that happened between parent and child makes them feel warm in their hearts.
然后孩子也请你们去感受一下爸爸妈妈的手有没有变粗糙了，然后是不是有生茧啊？
To celebrate Parents' Day, Singapore's Tzu Chi Great Love Preschool, Parent-Child Class, After-School Class, and TCUST Class jointly held online filial activities. Besides the heartwarming parent-child interaction session, children also thanked their parents by serving them tea and bathing their feet.
长大一点，
长大一点，懂事一点，敬畏啦，也是有会感动啦。
I do feel touched because she is still young, and we rarely ask her to do anything. It feels like we have switched roles.
这样有种感觉嘛，对。
From preschool education to parent-child classes, every year there are tea serving and feet bathing for students' parents. For 7 years already, 11-year-old Pan Yixin and 9-year-old Pan Yiqing have expressed their love for their parents through actions.
I think the meaning of serving tea is to thank mom and dad for taking care of us and supporting us.
Every year I feel touched differently. Serving tea is actually a simple Chinese tradition. But it carries gratitude, respect, and love. So it allows them to practice Jing Si aphorism in daily life.
With my current ability, I can help mom and dad and not make them angry, take care of myself first before taking care of others.
Because of the pandemic, even though they cannot go out to celebrate Parents' Day, a cup of tea and a simple act are enough to express love in their hearts, filling these Parents' Days with love and warmth.
In the aftermath of Cyclone Idai, a village in central Mozambique has been devastated. After most international charity organizations have left the place, Mozambique city volunteers have remained there. Today we'll meet a young volunteer named Polo. He's taking care of the local Great Love Farm.
Já começo a brincar com todas as pessoas, morir com todas as crianças. Enquanto antigamente pessoas tinham medo de mim e não me aproximavam, mas agora já me aproxima porque já sou uma boa pessoa. Sinto-me assim.
The young man happily shares Jing Si aphorisms with other volunteers. This man named Polo, who seems a bit shy, is the first Tzu seed in this village in Mozambique. Despite his young age, he's now taking care of Great Love Farm.
E temos hectare meio que tem maçaroca e gergelim e pepino.
We have planted sesame, cabbage, and corns at the farm. There are more than 1,700 volunteers who take on different tasks. During the pandemic, people must be divided into teams. So I made a form and ensured all the volunteers have work to do. Basically, each tribe takes turns to take care of the farm.
Bairro entra como hoje, outro bairro entra como amanhã.
27-year-old Polo lost his parents 10 years ago. Being the eldest son, he has to take care of 3 young siblings. He could only choose to quit school and start making money. The difficulties in life has made him once introvert and lonely. Then he learned about Tzu Chi in the aftermath of Cyclone Idai and changed.
Master's teachings have given me great encouragement, so I actively dedicate myself to volunteer work. Now I know I have the ability to help others, and I have learned to respect other people. I know what is right or wrong, and I share happiness.
In the past, I enjoyed drinking alcohol and I fought with people. However, since I started volunteering at Great Love Farm, Polo has shared Jing's aphorism with me. These words of wisdom have helped me change for the better. I feel that my heart has been purified. I really appreciate Master's teachings.
He has been volunteering with Tzu Chi for more than a year, and people thought he's an optimistic young man. Then through a house visit last September, people discovered that Polo's house is built with straw and clay. They decided to build a house for Polo. The constructor who's building the school has also joined the effort. In less than a month, they have built a new house for Polo.
我们现在建的这个房子呢，它的尺寸是完全按照以前它这个茅草屋的。
The size of the house we're building now is based on Paulo's straw house. After entering the door, one sees their living room. There are also 2 individual rooms. We have set up brick windows for him, which is better than the iron windows used locally.
花砖的窗户比本地这种用钢筋扎的那种铁艺窗户要好很多。
Like many other local volunteers, Polo leads a frugal life. Despite that, he's spiritually wealthy. After purifying their hearts, they embrace a new future. During the government's reformation of energy, many people work towards reducing coal usage since it causes pollution. Although currently coal usage is being reduced, the lack of power is replaced by the use of natural gas and green energy. But the use of natural gas causes great harm to the environment, worsening the greenhouse effect. How do officials work towards a green environment? Here's more.
南部地区多处停电，
2度全台大停电
，8点的时候就开始停电了。
As it gets hotter during the summer, the demand for electricity greatly increases. After 2 incidents of power cuts, Taiwan Power Company experienced a machine failure on May 20th, causing panic.
The
government hopes to promote alternative energy, but it needs time as it cannot be done with one step. So through the process, fuel is still required for electricity. For 1 kilowatt of electricity, if we use natural gas, it does half the emissions when compared to burning coal. As of now, the greatest challenge is that natural gas speeds up global warming. When we talk about reducing carbon usage, the goal is extremely hard to reach.
Natural gas and coal-generated electricity both have upsides and downsides. What are the differences between these two?
So when natural gas comes in, through burning it goes to the turbine, then generates electricity. This is the first cycle. The second cycle starts. Because the temperature is high, we can let water come in, and when cold water enters, it encounters high heat air, which generates water vapor. The water vapor pushes the steam turbine, which generates electricity, so it's another cycle. If we burn coal, there's only one cycle on the right.
Electricity generated through natural gas has a higher efficiency than burning coal, but because natural gas consists of methane, once methane is released into the air, it worsens the greenhouse effect. Therefore, many countries have abandoned the use of natural gas for electricity.
The carbon dioxide now is like putting a large blanket on Earth. After covering Earth, the heat is trapped inside. If we use methane, it is like putting 80 blankets on Earth.
Methane has a large heat capacity. For 20 years, it will be over 80 times, which means a unit of methane can absorb up to 80 times of heat in comparison with carbon dioxide. But because methane has a shorter duration, over the course of 100 years, it is about 25 times, meaning that a unit of methane can absorb 25 times the heat in comparison with carbon dioxide.
Replacing coal with gas, though the pollution issues might be solved, this replacement only worsens the greenhouse effect, which brings several worries to experts.
Natural gas may increase the electricity output, but to solve the issue of climate change, we cannot allow the use of natural gas. Therefore, this method does not solve the issue, it only extends the issue.
The solution is to save electricity from the source as Red Rexhao asked the government to install and promote intelligent electric meters, aiming to solve the issues of insufficient electricity supply. Taiwan Power Company has already set a goal of 3 million electric meters installed by 2024, hoping to help residents with high electricity usage.
The intelligent electric meter measures every 15 minutes. Our users may know their electricity usage immediately. They will also know what area uses the most electricity, so they may save electricity on their own.
What route will society take? If everyone wants to take the sustainable energy path, both citizens and industries must make sacrifices.
Since the world industry is lacking semiconductor chips, Taiwan's water resource is used for production, so our electricity usage will always be on the rise. The problem isn't that we are lacking electricity. We should think the other way around. Do we really have the right to say that we are lacking electricity?
There's a long way to go for Taiwan's energy reform, and all this starts from our daily acts of saving electricity. In Kaohsiung, a cancer patient desperately needs a medical bed. Despite the pandemic, one logistic company lent a hand and transported the bed to her house. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.